Today, the Supreme Court, speaking of, heard arguments in a dispute between Texas, New Mexico, and Colorado over the Rio Grande. The case could affect access to water for millions of Americans. Joining us this afternoon to give us some insight into this case is Gage Zobell. He is a water law expert and partner at the international law firm Dorsey & Whitney. Gage, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Well, it's my pleasure to join you. Thank you.
Yeah, this case we have not talked a whole lot about, so I'm glad we're going to dive into it just a little bit more. Let's start by explaining what this dispute is over and how long it's been going on.
Absolutely. So it's a dispute over the allocation of the Rio Grande River and oddly which states have the right to use that water and how much they can. So it began really in 1938 when an interstate compact was entered into between Colorado, New Mexico, and Texas. And at that point, the use of the river was mainly through surface. In intervening years, what you've had is an increased use of groundwater. And that groundwater pumping, as it's been increased, mainly in New Mexico, but also in Texas, has lowered the surface of the Rio Grande River. And so beginning in 2014, Texas brought a claim against New Mexico under that interstate compact saying that they were not properly being allocated their appropriate share of water and that the groundwater pumping in New Mexico was pulling the river down. And so that's how it initially started, and it's been running now for the last 6 years. Most recently, and what this Supreme Court case has been about, was the intervention of the United States and the Bureau of Reclamation, who manages the water between the states.
You touched on it there, but why did the U.S. want to get involved with this dispute?
So look, I think you've got to look back in 2018, 2019 when they first joined in, and then they were proved to. Ultimately, the Bureau of Reclamation, and that's who the United States party is, has the jurisdiction and the authority that once the water's been allocated between the different states, they have to deliver the water to the irrigation districts, both in New Mexico as well as in Texas, but also even down to our international water treaties into Mexico. And so they felt that they needed to intervene, ironically on the same side as Texas, to represent their interests of providing the water to Texas irrigation users, as well as the international treaty waters into Mexico. And they were allowed, I mean, it's very unheard of, to actually intervene and join into a case that was mainly between interstate compact fighting between states. As it's moved forward, Texas actually moved to settle the case. And Texas and New Mexico came to an agreement stating they understood the allocation, they've agreed to it, but the holdout's been the United States Bureau of Reclamation, who claims that they have not been satisfied between that consent decree that Texas and New Mexico entered into.
In addition to this case that we were just discussing, how is climate change playing a part in the new water agreement?
Yeah, so look, when you originally do an interstate compact, and it's almost 100 years old, you have a baseline upon what you think the river is going to produce on a yearly basis. With groundwater pumping and so forth, it changes that baseline, but an additional factor is going to be climate change and the effects of climate on how much water is even in the river. And so as the river goes down, potentially because of climate change impacts, you have to change the allocation and decide which states are going to bear the brunt or how they will proportionally share how much water they're each going to have a right to use. The consent decree kind of adjusted that, but it took into account how much New Mexico could have, how much Texas could have as the water lowers in the Rio Grande. And that's the way that they've been trying to at least account for climate change and just changes in the Rio Grande generally.
All right. Well, this is so fascinating. Thank you so much for joining us, Gage Zobell. We appreciate it and giving us this insight.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.